Hey, Ina. I've recently begun to wonder about your activities and experiences since you departed from home 5 years ago. To my surprise, I discovered that you were employed at a random company in the countryside. Even more astonishingly, we reside in the same apartment building.
What's your point? 5 years have passed since you took away my husband, causing him to leave me. Since then, I've been making efforts to move forward and embrace life to the fullest. But as my luck has it, naturally, you had to be the new addition to the sales team. But what I find truly tragic is that not only do I have to collaborate with the person who destroyed my life, but I also have to share the same living space with them.
Ruined your life? Aren't you being a little overly dramatic? Aren't we best friends?
I'm not at that level where I can continue to see the person who stole my husband as my best friend.
Seriously? Can't we put that all behind us? That feels like it happened a million years ago. I've just moved to a new place and I don't really know anyone yet. I'm lonely. So, when I found out my best team would be working in the same company as me, I was so happy.
Stop calling me your bestie. It's sickening. We are definitely not friends.
You're so mean.
If you say so. Not that I care what you think. Well, you're already here, so it's not like I can do anything about it. Just, don't talk to me at all unless it's something related to work.
What? You're so cold.
Well, then. Let's end this conversation here.
Hi. Are you there? Ina. Hello. This is related to work, so you really should reply, you know?
You know? I'd really prefer it if you discuss work during work hours. I'm already at home. Can't this wait until tomorrow?
But I thought you'd want to hear this as soon as possible.
What is it?
You know, I heard a rumor. Is it true? That you got remarried to our company's president?
Where did you hear that?
I heard that pack of overbearing old hags gossiping in the staff kitchen. It's hard to ignore what you hear from people who enjoy rumors as much as they do. I'm just double-checking.
Why are you so interested in every single thing that's going on in my private life? Besides, why would I tell a man thief like you if I was?
Oh, I see. The fact that you're being so defensive must mean that you did marry our president. A woman as unfeminine as you? Seriously? A loser like you is married to our company president? That's hilarious.
What's wrong with you?
I mean, it's obvious you were trying to hide it.
Not really. Just because I didn't tell you doesn't mean I'm hiding it. You've always got only one thing on your mind.
And what's that?
You're almost definitely thinking about how you can take the place of the wife of some company's president.
Wow. You've really got me there.
After all, it was you who mistook Luke for the next company president and then decided to steal him from me. Then, 3 days after the divorce was finalized, was when you finally realized the next president of the company would be Luke's younger brother. And that Luke was an average employee working at a completely unrelated company on a mediocre salary. You dropped him real quick.
I was deceived, too. I was a victim. Just when I thought I would become the wife of some higher up at a company, he turns out to be some completely useless guy.
I don't know what you're talking about, acting all innocent even though it was you who chose not to investigate properly.
Shut up. That's why this time I won't fail. It must suck to be you, huh? I stole your last husband from you, and now I'm back to take this one, too.
Oops, sorry. I've already told my husband all about you.
Yeah, that's right. Tell him he's gonna be my man soon.
That's not what I meant. By told, I meant warned. Plus, he's not a cheater like the last one. No matter how much you try, you won't get to him.
Oh, really? Is that a challenge? We'll see about that. Let's put your theory to the test, if you're so sure about it.
Please don't. Don't turn this into some sick game. You already caused me so much trouble.
You know, these past 5 years, my life has been in ruins thanks to the loans I had to take out to pay the damages I owed you.
You did this to yourself. You have no right to blame me for the consequences of your actions.
And to be honest, I blame you for everything that happened. Now it's time for me to get even. Even now I am a better woman than you. After I saw you, I realized that you're the same old country bumpkin as before. This time I'll make sure to take your place at our company president's side.
Don't hold your breath. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, Ina. I've already started making moves on your man.
You have?
I'd already started working on getting friendly with our company president as soon as I started work. Then he started getting quite touchy, so I began to realize that I might actually be able to pull this off. Later, when I invited him out for a drink. Oh, I'll just leave the rest of your imagination. It's already been 6 months since then. You were just working away as usual and didn't even notice a thing. Your husband is so obsessed with me, he doesn't even care about you anymore. He's with me right now and has been since last night.
Oh, really? Based on what you're saying. You're not with my husband, then.
Huh?
My husband came straight home as soon as he finished work. We ate dinner together, watched TV, he took a shower and went to bed. Plus, today's a Saturday, so he still passed out in bed. He even told me not to wake him up before 10 because he's determined in sleeping in.
If you say so.
I'm not sure where you get this confidence, but whoever you're with isn't my husband.
Of course I'm not convinced. Everything I told you was true.
You're 100 wrong, though.
You're trying too hard not to sound pissed.
I don't know which company's president you're hooking up with, but if they're married, lay off, okay? Didn't you just finish paying off the debt you amassed after paying damages to me 5 years ago? Yes, you've gone and done it again without a second thought. But, who knows? Maybe you're actually looking for someone to sue you so you can bury yourself in debt again.
I don't need your concern, so don't worry about what I'm doing. I made sure to check that this guy was actually the company president before I got with him. That's why, this time, I'm not scared that someone will come looking for me to pay damages. If I can become the wife of the president of some company, a few tens of thousands of dollars is a small change.
What is it you find so fun about stealing people's husbands?
Oh. Well, in your case, I just wanted to steal your husband just because he was your husband.
That's really horrible.
You're always marrying these elite men. It's not fair.
You make it sound like I marry someone new every month. Besides, I'm pretty sure Luke didn't fit your image of an elite man, did he?
You must have done something crazy to have managed to get your hands on the son of the president of the company.
What's wrong with you? Now I just feel like you're using any excuse that makes it easier for you to hold a grudge against me.
Shut up. It doesn't matter either way because your husband is mine. I'm going to marry the president of this company and make your life hell. Then, I'm going to steal your life of luxury and leisure.
My goodness. There's no reaching you.
Ina. You hid that you were divorced from your husband, didn't you?
What?
When I told your husband about your past, he told me he's leaving you so we can get hitched. He told me that he thought he was marrying some fresh, but he was tricked by a woman who'd already been married. He was so angry.
I've already told my husband everything.
Well, he says it's the first time he's heard of it. Are you sure you didn't just forget to tell him about it?
Nope, that's not possible.
Wow, that was a fast reply.
That's because I've been complaining about your annoying texts and discussing them with my husband. If I hadn't been, then I wouldn't have been able to do any of that.
If you say so.
Oh, by the way, Kalina. I hope you realize that you're making a big mistake.
What are you talking about?
Everyone's talking about you in the office.
Oh, that. The public PDA is intentional, so obviously they're gonna talk about it.
That's not the only thing they're talking about.
But it doesn't matter either way. Because he finally left you 2 days ago. Plus, this morning we submitted our marriage registration. Today, I became the wife of the president.
For goodness sake. I really thought you'd realize after looking at the last name on my new name tag. But I guess not.
Your last name? I know your last name, stupid. I mean, it used to be Myers, didn't it? So I'm guessing you went back to your old name after you got divorced.
Wrong. It's Hamilton.
How?
2 years ago, I got married to my current husband and started using his name at work. My name is Ina Hamilton.
What? That can't be right. Our company's president's last name is Myers. What are you talking about? Hamilton is the surname of the president of our company's parent company.
Exactly. So what do you think that means? My husband is that Hamilton.
Wait, what?
In other words, Kalina. You heard that my husband was the president of a company and immediately assumed it was our company's president. But you forgot to check the most important thing, which company he was the president of.
But I was so certain he was your husband.
Well, you were very wrong. And you just needlessly broke up a marriage. How can you live with yourself? You've now ruined 2 marriages. Nothing to say? I am pretty speechless too. This is just my guess, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she's going to come after you and legally destroy you for what you've done.
No. Just hold on a minute. So you're saying, not only did I marry the wrong guy, but your real husband is the president of our parent company. Which means he's even higher up.
That's all you have to say right now?
What else is there to say?
I can't believe you. My husband's the most amazing, thoughtful guy I've ever met. I told you from the beginning there was no way you were going to get him.
Stop rubbing your marriage in my face.
Oops, sorry. I guess you have more important things to think about than my marriage.
Well, you know. Actually, never mind.
What were you going to say?
Whenever I think of all the debt I've accumulated up to this point, I think it might be best to just quit my job and become a full-time homemaker. Plus, I wouldn't have to see your face anymore. This whole situation is aggravating, but I've decided to be the bigger person and forgive you. I'm still married to the president of a company either way.
About that. I guess you didn't hear about him getting fired.
What?
What I mean is, he was asked to resign. So technically not fired, I guess?
Did he really? I didn't know about that.
It was decided during the company's board of directors meeting.
I don't understand. Why would they make him resign?
Let's see. He made moves on a female worker, despite being married, and then decided to make out with you during work hours instead of working. The one person who should have been setting an example in the company was the person playing the biggest role in violating the company rules. Besides, he only got the job in the first place because he married the previous president's daughter. Of course he'd be fired seeing the way he's been acting.
Oh dear God. Hold on. You mean my president is not a president anymore? He's unemployed?
Exactly. Apparently, he was kicked out of the house, which was under his wife's name, essentially with just the clothes on his back.
Oh my God. This can't be happening. That huge house belongs to his wife?
Yep. I was told it's the family house and she was born there.
That can't be true. I thought that's where I'd be living from now on.
Also, this is important. I think you'll end up having to cover the money for any damages you're made to pay by yourself.
Why would I have to do that? My husband is filthy rich.
It seems our ex-president was discovered embezzling money from their joint account, so he was blocked from receiving any assets. On top of that, I heard that paying the divorce fees left him flat out broke.
No way. How's that even possible?
That's why I told you not to go there. This is what happens when you break up a marriage.
No. You have to be mistaken. Is this what my life's come to? You just living to constantly pay off debt. I'm going back to that miserable lifestyle?
I don't know how you were living before, but I am sure that you'll be looking for quarters in the slots of vending machines. You're totally screwed. Anyway, good luck with that.
No. You can't let this happen to me. I can't go back to living like that.
Due to her grudge against me, Kalina had an outburst when she lost control and rationality. Shockingly, it appears that the couple ended up divorcing just 3 days after their marriage. I only feel pity for my former best friend, however, in the end, there's little I can do to change the outcome. As the saying goes, you get what you give. She has no one else to hold responsible but herself. Apparently, her parents swiftly disowned her, leaving her with no support network. Having settled the damages she owed by borrowing money from an unknown source, Kalina found herself plunging back into a deep pit of debt. Afterward, she attempted to make a move on my actual husband, trying to snatch him away from me, but to be honest, he possesses a sharp tongue when dealing with those he perceives as his adversaries. Thus, when he discovered Kalina lurking in ambush outside his workplace, ready to seduce him, he delivered a severe scolding that left her in tears and completely shattered. After he politely turned down her advances, it appeared that she left feeling unsteady on her feet and with tears streaming down her eyes. Indeed.
Hi, Liz. You look a little haggard. Is that because of my wedding with Dawn? Haha. I wish you're not too depressed or anything. If you were, then I might feel so bad because your husband now is my husband.
Hi, Lisa. You're so ridiculous. What do you want? There is no reason why you come here to see me. We're not that close.
Oh, I just want to check up your status. Are you happy or pissed? I guess you're alive.
You crack me up, Lisa. You're ineligible for driving me crazy.
I just want to notice you that I and Dawn will have wedding ceremony next month.
Cut the crap, sweetie. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. It's 1 month to the day you marry.
Haha, I didn't want you finding out that new from someone else. I think it's common courtesy to let you know myself. We've been friends for 10 years. And I considered you as my sister.
Sister? Do you have any problem with your brain? Who is your sister? You slept with my husband, lied to my face, and now you're trying to take my assets. So you call me sister? What is your definition about sister? Is it a person who having an affair behind each other back? Is that how you treat your real sister? I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I don't want to hear anything about you and my husband. Don't ever say that we're sister or best friend. It's hilarious.
Ex-husband. Please speak the right word. You and Don divorced so you can call him husband. He's mine.
Whatever. I don't care about you and Don anymore. Don't tease me if you want to live in peace. If not, you can't imagine what I will do to ruin both you and Don, Lisa. I will treat people like the way they treat me.
Oh, poo! Are you still angry at me? I thought you would be over him at the present. It's really not good for you to keep a grudge. It's not good for your heart and mind.
Thank for caring about my mental health, but you're the root of all problem. Stop playing innocent and get out of my face, Lisa. I'm getting over everything. That doesn't mean I forgot what you and Don have done.
Liz, come on, don't give me that cold shoulder. We went through so much together. There is no secret between us. We will be friends forever. Even we used to exchange clothes. Sometimes, you took my things and I took yours. So that it's okay for me to marry your ex-husband, right? I hope that you will come to our wedding.
Lisa, you didn't understand anything I told you. You had an affair with my husband and you have the audacity to invite me to your wedding? How crude up are you?
You're who didn't understand anything, Liz. I didn't steal Don, you know, he loves me. When we were in high school, I met Don first. Do you remember? You're in another class. At that time we still friend. I and Don were tablemate and then I introduced him to you. Don said that he had strong feeling of affection for me. But that time I already had a boyfriend, so he couldn't express. Then he thought that he should have someone to coincide with, and the most appreciate person is you.
What? Why didn't him told that with me? Why you are the one that tell me the truth, not him.
Liz, I know you're feeling now, but you have to calm down to listen all the truth. When you have a baby with Don, he was very regret, but being a man, he can't reject it. But after you lost the baby, he thought that is extrication for this loveless marriage.
What a childish man. He acted like he truly loves me. He was very sad when we lost our child. Did it all his performance?
No, Liz, he is not that kind of person. He loves the baby is real, so he decided to marry you despite he doesn't love you. But when bad thing come, he thought it a chance for him to start a new beginning.
I'm too stupid, right? I didn't know the truth and then blamed all guilty to you.
He was the one who decided to leave you and be with me. It was his choice. Besides, everyone deserves to be happy, right? I want all my friends' A&F family to know that I am happily getting married.
We were married. We were husband and wife. It's wrong to sleep with someone else's husband. You just don't do that.
Yes, I have to say sorry to you. And all I focus on is that Joe and I love each other and we belong together. Besides, I don't need anyone judging me whether I'm right or wrong. I made my decison and I am very happy with it. Well, we've already decided on a venue. I already sent you an invitation. You will probably get it by tomorrow, so make sure you check it.
You still decide to invite me?
It's going to be just beautiful. I can't wait. I am so excited.
Look at you. How efficient and considerate. Is it even legal to get remarried that quickly?
Yes. It wasn't a problem at all. Thank to you. So I hope you can make it. I mean, you're coming, right?
Are you kidding me? Why should I come to the wedding of the one who treated and hurt me?
You have to accept the truth and understand that he wasn't really in love with you. The very first time I met Dawn, I knew we were destined to be together. Our eyes clicked and everything was so natural, just as it was meant to be. Did you know that Dawn was really lonely all that time? I'm glad you let him go free. He is in such a better place now.
All this time, I was blaming myself for our fallout. But I'm for certain it wasn't me. I'm just angry I had to waste a year of my life.
Yes, we are. I'm just saying. It's not going to be easy for you to find a partner. I remember you used to binge eat every time you broke up with your boyfriend. Just because Joe's not around anymore, that shouldn't give you any reason to slack off.
No, I am not. I just can't believe you said that. And I won't come to your wedding. Don't looking forward for it. Please don't contact me anymore. Good luck and goodbye.
Hi, Liz. Why don't you come to my wedding? I'm sorry to suddenly reach out to you like this.
Hi, Dawn. Why are you here?
I think I have to talk face to face with you. I was really sad and felt guilty to hear you didn't come to our wedding. I was hoping you could come and celebrate this happy day together.
Has Lisa told you anything?
She said she sent you the wedding invitation but you declined. She said she doesn't know why you won't come. If you two are fighting and if it's something that can be fixed. I was hoping you can make amends and forgive us. It would mean so much to us if you can do it for us.
Dawn, I think you're missing a lot of context about this situation. Lisa, tell me all the truth that you felt relieved when we lost our baby. I can't go through it. I felt very guilty to our baby. You think it is an obstacle and it forced you to marry me. I'm so disappointed when I hear that. You didn't love me.
Liz, don't think by that negative way. I never thought and want that bad thing happen. I never ever wanted our baby got lost. When I heard you pregnant, I was very delighted and hoped to build a small family with you. When we live together, love can appear anytime. But there's unlucky situation came to our child. In that time I'm very anguished. I knew that I didn't love you, just married you because of the baby. So I think we won't happy if we continue together. Even now I struggle to describe the anguish that we felt.
Is that true?
Yes, I swear all I have told you is the truth. We should free each other. I found my love, that's Lisa. And we've been very happy together. And I think you should left the past and move forward. You can find the one who love you and take care of you all your life.
Yes, I can left and go on my own way. But I can't forgive Lisa.
Liz, I choose her and I am the one who decides to divorce. Stop blaming Lisa.
No, you shouldn't think I am that kind of petty person. Lisa has betrayed me. She took all my assets and invest all my saving money to the company.
What are you saying? Saving money?
Yes, when we were best friend, we have created a fund for travel. We will use it when we are older to relax. But she took all mine.
I can't believe Liz has betrayed you.
That's the thing. Lisa doesn't think much of it. She definitely doesn't think she betrayed me. At least that's not the impression I got from her.
Did she apologize to you? I hope she had her reasons and explained them to you.
No way. You knew her. She apologized, but it's not honest. At first I was so angry that I thought of suing them. But I didn't. The process is just too emotionally draining. Lisa may have you, but she can't take everything I've worked for. I won't let her ruin me completely.
I'm sorry, Liz. I don't know what she've done behind your back.
I'm sorry, Dawn, but I can't forgive Lisa. Starting a new life shouldn't involve taking my possessions and leaving me with nothing.
I understand that this is a difficult situation, but we need to find a solution that works for all of us. Dwelling on the past won't help any of us. We need to find a way to coexist peacefully. I can't change the past, but I want us to find a way to co-parent, support each other, and eventually find happiness again.
Happiness? You think I can ever be happy knowing that my best friend betrayed me and stole my husband?
I know it's hard to imagine now, but time has a way to healing wounds. We can find happiness in our separate ways.
Separate ways? She's still there, trying to take my possessions.
Liz, calm down. Let's sit down and talk about possessions. We can find a way to divide them and ensure that both of you have what we need.
So what is your solution?
I understand that forgiveness may take time, and I'm willing to give you that time.
I'll consider it, but know that I won't make it easy. Both of you have hurt me in ways I never thought possible.
I regret the pain my wife have caused you, Liz. I hope that with time, we can find a way to heal and find our own paths to happiness.
We'll see, Dawn. We'll see if there's any chance for redemption all of this.
All your money that Lisa has taken away, I will bring it back to you. Now, I am her husband, so I have to be responsible for fix the mistake that she made. I'll send it to your bank account when I earn enough. And about the story of us, I think you should left everything and move on. Living in the past won't help you to develop and mature.
Thank for your recommendation. Thank you for listening to me and help me to find the solution. I will move my home and also my work. Come to a new city may make a new beginning.
That's a good idea. I hope you happy, but not the way you were with me.
Thank you. I hope you happy with your choice.
Goodbye, Liz. Thank for everything.
Hey, Selena. It's been so long since we talked. How have you been? We last spoke at our high school reunion last year, if I recall correctly.
Oh, hi, Evan. Yeah, it has been a while. What do you need?
Why are you giving me such a cold reception? I understand that it's been a while since we last talked, but we used to have a close relationship.
Why should that make a difference?
What do you mean? Of course it makes a difference. You were my best friend in high school.
Are you not aware of your own actions and their impact?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm referring to the events that occurred during our high school reunion. I'm referring to your actions of leaving and engaging in an affair with one of our former classmates. He had just gotten married a few weeks before. They ended up divorcing because of your inability to control yourself.
Oh, that. I didn't know you knew about that.
Of course I knew. Literally everyone at the reunion was talking about it. We are from a small town and we all know each other. Everyone knew what was going on within the hour.
I didn't realize I was so famous.
Only for being a homewrecker. I'm not sure that that's something to be proud of.
Maybe, maybe not. But at least people are talking about me. But anyways, that doesn't really matter. Me and him broke up a long time ago, so there's nothing more to talk about on that subject. I've started seeing someone else now, and my life couldn't be better.
Oh, I see. So why did you contact me? We barely spoke at the reunion. I didn't think there was anything to be said between us. Honestly, I didn't expect to ever hear from you again.
Well, I'm living in Portland right now.
Portland, Oregon?
That's the one. And I just found out that your husband is one of the clients of the company I am working for now.
Oh, I see.
We didn't get a chance to talk for long, but he told me about how he was to be away from home for 6 months for work.
Yeah. I think he's scheduled to be there until around September.
He said that he got the assignment because his manager took a liking to him.
That's one way to put what happened.
Why didn't you come with him? I can't imagine being away from someone I love for that long. You don't have any kids yet, right?
No, we do not have kids, but it just wasn't going to work out. It would have been a major blow to my career to be away for so long.
You could have just quit working. Then you would have been able to come to Portland with him.
It wasn't that simple. A lot of factors went into the decision for me to stay here. For one, we just started a major project at my job a week ago. I'm taking the lead in this particular project, so it would have been a major setback to abandon it. And even if I could hand the reins to someone else, I didn't want to leave my coworker shorthanded in the middle of something important.
Oh, really? I didn't think your career was so important to you. But I guess the decision has been made, so it doesn't matter either way now.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I have to go. A client is calling me. I'll text you later if that's all right.
No problem. Talk to you again soon. Hey, Selena. How have you been lately?
Fine. What is it?
Another cold reception. Do you always greet people like that?
Why would I be happy to get a message from someone like you?
Someone like me? What did I do?
I know you, Evan. You always have an ulterior motive when you contact anyone. So what do you want?
Good grief. That's a really harsh thing to accuse someone of. Can't I just want to chat with a friend?
Okay. What did you want to chat about?
Well, as it happens, there is something that's been going on that I need to tell you about. Ben has been living with me while he is in Portland on business.
Ben? As in? My husband?
Yup! We have been living together for the past few months.
I have no idea what to say.
I know, I'm sure it's pretty surprising. You're probably pretty confused, I get it. Your husband was taken away from home by work and then someone that you used to be pretty close to stole him away from you in a romantic sense. I'm sure it's a lot to take in. But really, it's kind of your fault for making him live by himself in an unfamiliar place for so long. Of all people, I am one who understands how that feels. It's not a good feeling. I had to move to Portland because of things that weren't my fault and had to learn how to make do by myself in a new city. I understood the loneliness that he was feeling and that brought us together.
Do not try to make what you are doing okay by getting poetic.
Sorry, that's just who I am when I'm in love.
Having an affair with a married man is nothing to brag about. Especially when the person you are talking to is that man's wife.
I guess you're right. I promise I wasn't trying to brag, though. I just felt like you should know. He's away from home and feeling lonely, so I built the hole that you left by not coming with him. You should be happy that he's not miserable.
Is that so? You take pride in the fact that you stuck your hand into another couple's marriage. At this point, I'm starting to think cheating with married men is just a hobby to you.
You're just jealous that we are madly in love. We have each other and nothing will stand in the way of us being together. I'm a little sorry for taking him from you. But with Ben's love, I know I will get over it soon.
Evan, did Ben not tell you? We've been divorced for several months now.
What?
There was a lot that happened before he left. We tried for years to make it work, but there were just too many bad feelings between us. It was time to let go and both of us move on. Besides, with the way that he got put on that assignment in the first place, I really don't think it will be the last. On top of all that, it's like I was saying when we talked a few months ago. My career is important to me. And our relationship had deteriorated to such a point that there was no way I was going to give it up to chase after him.
Oh, he never said anything about it.
You remember when we talked about 6 months ago? The divorce was finalized about 2 weeks after that.
So, when me and Ben started talking, you were already divorced?
Yes. And because we have no kids and I make plans you have money on my own, there wasn't much to the divorce. It was all said and done pretty quick. Not that it really matters at this point, but there is one thing I'm curious about. When did you and Ben start seeing each other?
About 4 months ago.
When did you start living together?
Almost 2 months ago.
And the two of you never talked about his marriage or anything?
I never asked. But, hang on a second. Something's not right. He gets phone calls and texts sometimes from someone that he said was his wife. And the other day, he asked me to leave our apartment until the evening because he said his wife was coming. If that's not you, then who is he talking about? Have you ever come to visit him while he's been in Portland?
No, not even once. All of the divorce paperwork was handled through our attorneys. There was no reason for me to see him in person.
Then why would he tell me his wife was coming to visit? Who the hell is he talking about?
Maybe he got remarried?
To who?
If I had to guess, I would say it's probably the woman he was seeing when we divorced.
What? He was seeing someone when you divorced?
I told you our relationship was in shambles. That's another reason that we split. Ben is really not good at being faithful. He had more than one affair while we were together. Sounds like it didn't take him long to remarry and find a way to cheat on his new wife. He never learns.
Wait. Do you know the person that he was cheating on you with when you divorced?
My best friend sleeps with my husband, or someone else's husband. I'm single. I wanted to have some leverage if you decided to make the divorce proceedings difficult, so I paid to have a full investigation done. Part of that investigation was to look into the background of the woman he was seeing.
Tell me who it is.
Now that I think about it, there's a chance that you know her too.
Who is it?
Her name is Kaylin. She's the daughter of his own manager before he left on the 6-month work assignment. You said that Ben is a client of your company, right? You may have met her at some point. I'm not sure if she is a full employee at the company Ben works for, but I hear that she involves herself in business affairs sometimes.
What does she look like?
I don't really remember. But she is only 18 years old and mostly just does company work from time to time, so her father will give her an allowance.
18?
A little time has passed since the investigation, so she might be 19 by now.
How did they even get involved with each other? She's so young.
I believe she visited the office some when she was still in high school. That's how they originally met. When I confronted Ben about the affair, he said that he fell in love with her the first time he saw her. Father was furious when he found out. That's why he sent Ben on an extended work trip, so they would be far away from one another. It seems that that plan has not worked out like he hoped. For a while I was really bitter about the fact that he got involved with someone so young. But looking back, he was never good at being faithful. The age of the woman doesn't change that.
This doesn't make sense. I thought he loved me.
I think her family's money has a lot to do with his motivations as well. Despite her father's initial anger, Ben seems to be doing well financially. Some mutual friends tell me that he's always blowing money like he will never run out. So I'm pretty sure he is getting quite a bit of money from her.
How could he do that? She's more than 10 years younger than him. That's disgusting.
I agree. It creeps me out to even think about that relationship. But that's none of my business now.
But if all this is true, then why aren't they living together? Why is he living with me?
I remember something about they were having a new house built. They are probably waiting for construction to finish and then move in together. A friend of mine that works at the company told me that she is pregnant now. So I'm sure they plan on moving in together anytime now.
She's pregnant, too?
So I hear. She's probably due sometime next month or the month after.
But what does all of this mean for me? Was he just using me for a place to live until he was ready to move in with her? Does she know about this?
I find it kind of funny that you should be so upset. Didn't you message me in the first place to brag about stealing my husband from me? So you could say that the pain you are feeling now is exactly what you hoped I would feel.
This is different. I don't care about you.
Wow, at least you're honest, I guess.
You always had the best grades in the high school and the teachers and boys loved you more than anyone else. You think you're so much better than everyone else. I always hated you so much.
Evan, it's been over 10 years since we graduated high school. Whatever happened in high school is long past now. Let it go.
I can't let it go. You always had everything and no one ever wanted me. It's just not fair. I love him so much. I thought it was fate that I moved to the city and then he came here for business. It was like the universe was saying we should be together. I thought I had a once-in-a-lifetime chance to be happy and get revenge on you all at once.
Well, it looks like another woman is going to get that happiness in the end. I wish her luck trying to keep him faithful though.
What should I do? I don't understand how he could do this to me. It hurts so much. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to tell you. Talking to me about it won't help. Ben and I have nothing to do with each other anymore.
You're his wife first.
Yes, and we divorced. If I were to put myself in the middle of his life now, it would only cause chaos for everyone. I'm not getting in the middle of this.
Well, what if you just talk to him as my friend?
But we're not friends.
We're not.
Look, Evan, it doesn't matter how you ask. There's nothing I can do for you.
Please help me.
I can't. Anyways, I have to go. I have a date tonight and I need to get ready.
A date? You're seeing someone already?
I've been single for several months now. There's nothing strange about me going on a date. Bye, Evan.
Selena. Please help me, just give me some advice. I haven't been feeling well the last few days, so I took a pregnancy test. The test was positive. I didn't plan on getting pregnant. Ben has already left me to go live with her. My heart hurts so much and I don't know what to do. Kaylin came to my office yesterday and told my manager about how I was having an affair with a client. Ben's company is canceling its contract with us. There's a rumor that the company is blaming me for the lost contract and I could be fired any day now. All of that on top of being pregnant. I really don't know what to do, Selena. I always do this to myself. Why can't I be smart like you? I had to move here because my family found out about my relationship with our old classmate. The one who was married. They cut me off and told me they didn't want to see me ever again. So I moved here to try and start a new life, but now look at me. I thought that Ben would marry me and we would have a baby and build a life together. I told him that I was pregnant and he just blew me off. He said there was no way he was going to get another divorce and start all over rebuilding his life. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to raise this child as a single mom and now I might be out of a job. What should I do? Selena, are you there? Please, Selena. You are smarter than me and I know you'll know what to do. Please give me some advice. Don't leave me all alone like this. Selena, are you there? If you were a real friend, you would help me right now.
The sense of desperation conveyed in Evan's final messages made me question whether Ben would fulfill his responsibility of paying child support or if he would attempt to disregard both Evan and their child entirely. In the end, though, that didn't matter. Subsequently, a DNA test confirmed that the baby was not his biological child from the start. Despite Evan's persistent insistence that the child was his, the undeniable truth of the DNA test proved otherwise. In the face of irrefutable evidence, she finally confessed to having a one-night stand with another man. She reached out to the man she had been with that fateful night, and after some negotiation, he agreed to provide her with a one-time payment instead of ongoing child support. Following the transaction, he promptly vanished from her life. She sought refuge at her parents' place and temporarily stayed there during her pregnancy, but her stay was short-lived. After the baby was born, she immediately put him up for adoption. Her family promptly disowned her upon her return. As for Ben, things didn't conclude in an ideal manner for him either. Rumors started circulating around the company about his involvement with the manager's daughter. Some even went as far as claiming that he manipulated her into a marriage solely for her wealth. He lost the trust of everyone, and as a result, his work performance drastically declined. The company was on the brink of bankruptcy due to the turmoil caused by his relationship with Kaylin, or so I heard.
I have some great news for you. I finally got pregnant with Levi's child. Oh wow, what a great time.
That's right. I had morning sickness, so I went to the store to buy a pregnancy test.
I tested and it was positive. Everything just went perfectly according to plan.
Now I have him all to myself, and now there's a child between us.
According to the plan? What are you talking about? My plan is to get his child pregnant so I can live in this big house and use some of his money. I will eventually become your rich and live a lavish lifestyle.
My plan will finally be complete when your divorce from him is over. There's no reason for you to be his wife anymore. Hurry up and divorce him, ugly cow. I guess it makes sense.
You seem very calm about me finding out. Don't you realize the terrible thing you're doing?
Well, I'm a bit surprised you found us, but honestly, I don't really care if you know about what we're doing behind your back. Levi seems happy to see me every time because I am so much more attractive than you. Everyone knows that I'm one of the hottest moms in the area. I also don't mind being found out because I can divorce my husband and pay any settlement fees if I'm sued for cheating.
Do you really think you can get away with this easily? You are destroying a marriage, you know.
Yeah, I think I'll be perfectly fine. By the way, it's not a big deal. I'm just sleeping with your husband. And he told me that he will make sure you get nothing in the divorce. He'll get the family's attorneys to do whatever they can to make sure. Absolutely no risk to me at all.
Oh, I understand. That's it. I guess his whole family is quite rich and has a lot of savings.
Yeah, exactly. He won't be in trouble with money anytime soon. The big house we're sleeping in right now is also his property, isn't it? This place is awesome.
I think it's his parents' property, but they let him use it.
Haha. It's basically the same thing. It's still his home.
I don't really care who owns the house. How long are you going to stay here? You are not welcome if you are not paying attention now.
What? Are you going to kick me out? Isn't it your fault that you got home an hour early? I could stay a little longer if you don't go home.
Have you forgotten that summer vacation has begun? I need you to leave.
I know that summer break has begun, but why does that matter?
My daughter went out with her friends. I don't want her to see her dad and her friend's mom having fun in the bedroom together.
Fine, I'll be ready to leave if you stick around like this.
Are you getting dressed right now?
Of course not. What do you think we are doing? I'll change in a little while. Oh wait, where did my clothes go? Levi couldn't find his clothes either. How did it all disappear?
Oh, I should apologize about your clothes. They were all left on the living room floor, so I collected them all and threw them out.
What? Why would you do such a thing?
Well, I don't want you to run away.
Don't worry, I won't run away. I just want to go back to my home. Just give me back my clothes so I can go home like you want.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to do that.
What? Why don't you let me go home?
Miranda, I know that you and Levi have been sneaking around behind my back for about half a year now.
So you've known about it this whole time? You talked to me earlier as if you just found out. So to do what? Why do you have to trick me like that?
Oh, I'm sorry I lied to you. By the way, how are my acting skills? I have to take some time to get everyone here.
What are you talking about? Will everyone come here? Let me leave already. Don't treat me like a prisoner.
Looks like everyone has arrived now. Levi's parents, your husband, and I are going to come and talk to you guys for a bit.
What did you just say? Why are they all here?
I recommend finding a towel or blanket to wrap around your body. We're heading to the room you're in right now.
What is happening? Wait. You are not allowed to enter the room without my permission. I can finally relax now. Thanks to you, I had a very difficult day today. I will not forgive you for this.
I'm surprised you're still texting me after all that happened. It was only a few hours.
Well, whatever, I've gotten over it already. Have you been to your parents' house?
Yes, I did. I am at my parents' house right now with my daughter.
Good for you. You have to leave pretty soon after we talk. You look really desperate packing all your stuff while everyone else screams at me and Levi. People shouting at me is a bit scary, but I'm pretty happy with it. I'm glad to see you walking out of the house looking miserable. You look like you're about to cry. Anyway, I just went back to Levi's place. Now we don't need to worry about being discovered. Guess what we'll be doing all night? Ha ha ha. It's so much more relaxing knowing that you won't interrupt us. We can also be as loud as we want.
Looks like you're having such a great time. Enjoy to the end. Do you really think you'll be able to get away with this?
Did I tell you earlier today? You can't do anything. Levi is mine now. So don't expect to live off of Levi as you once thought. Your appearance is old. I'll take them all, so you better get out of my way. Poor single mom. It's going to be tough, but I'm sure you'll get through it. Oh, I just remembered something. Levi told me to tell you that as soon as the payment fee is agreed, he will transfer the entire amount to your bank account in one transaction. Then he's done with you.
Why is he telling me that if he's doing me a favor? It is an obligation. Tell him not to talk to me so arrogantly. It's a shame.
Oh, look, you act so strong now. You've just been dumped by one of the richest guys in the area because you're so ugly.
I know that deep down you want to fall and cry. Say whatever you want to me. I don't care.
Yes, I will say whatever I want. You won't be able to stop me. I love Levi so much. I also love the big house he lives in and all the money he has. It's a great feeling to have a rich guy by your side. It's a pity you lost him, isn't it?
You really don't know how to be silent, do you?
Yes, I am very happy right now. My life will be first class from now on. I feel like I'm a celebrity's wife. I will live such a lavish life from tomorrow.
Good for you. I am very, very, very happy for you.
Okay, whatever. Shut up and go cry in a corner. I have some great news for you. I finally got pregnant with Levi's child.
Oh wow, what a great time.
That's right. I had morning sickness, so I went to the store to buy a pregnancy test. I tested and it was positive. Everything just went perfectly according to plan. Now I have him all to myself, and now there's a child between us.
According to the plan? What are you talking about?
My plan is to get his child pregnant so I can live in this big house and use some of his money. I will eventually become your rich and live a lavish lifestyle. My plan will finally be complete when your divorce from him is over. There's no reason for you to be his wife anymore. Hurry up and divorce him, ugly cow.
I guess it makes sense. Thank you very much. I can finally divorce him.
Wait, why are you happy?
I don't need a trash husband like him in my life. Oh, and you should pack your things and leave the house as soon as possible.
What the hell are you talking about? Why did we leave this house? This villa is where Levi and I will start a new life together. Don't tell me nonsense just because you're upset about what happened. What the hell is going on? Can you tell me what's going on? We have just been asked to move out of this house tomorrow.
Oh, that house is about to be sold. That's probably why you were asked to move out.
Wait, what? How can it happen? Are you the one doing this? What did you do?
Personally, I didn't do anything.
I do not understand. It explains what's happening to me right now. I thought this house was owned by Levi anyway. How can it be put up for sale without his permission? It doesn't make any sense. There is no way that this is happening legally. Can't kick us out.
That house is not really his property.
What did you just say?
It was actually his grandfather's house. Levi doesn't own the house, though he doesn't announce it. He was just allowed to live there temporarily.
Does his grandfather own this place? Why doesn't he live here then?
Well, his grandfather owns another property right next to the beach, and he currently lives there with Levi's grandmother. He didn't want to leave the house empty, so he allowed me, my daughter and Levi to live there as long as we kept the house decent.
I don't know anything about that. I just assumed it was his property because he kept bragging to me about how big and beautiful the place is.
Well, it's your fault assuming Levi is trustworthy. I'm sure he would tell a mistress anything to have a better chance of scoring. I guess your plan is not a good one.
I cannot believe this. What will happen to the luxurious life I have planned if we can't live here anymore?
Who knows? Anyway, I heard that there are some potential buyers of the house and there are some workers coming to the house in the next few days to clean the house.
Will they clean this place up in a few days? That's too early.
You guys will get in the way of the cleaners if you're still there when they arrive. I recommend getting out of the house tomorrow if you can.
How could this happen to me? I don't want to deal with any of this anymore. Why does everything have to end like this?
Why do you have to keep contacting me? What time is it? I got divorced from Levi and he paid for the divorce settlement for me. We've already decided on a child support payment plan for our daughter, so we don't need to talk anymore. I really don't like having to talk to you.
We packed up all our things and left the house as we were told. We then went to Levi's parents' house, but they wouldn't let us in. They won't even talk to us. Why do they act like they hate us?
Isn't it obvious that they won't let you in? They severed all ties with Levi after finding out what you were doing.
We then decided to go to my parents' house because we didn't have a place to stay. They didn't let us in either. They told me to go now and they didn't want to see me again.
I completely understand why they act like that. You both did some pretty terrible things after all.
Shut up and keep listening. As a last resort, we decided to go to Grandpa Levi's place by the sea. I think he'll just leave us there until things settle down a bit. Grandparents have always loved their grandchildren, and I'm really attractive and approachable, so I think they'll accept us right away. They didn't even let us talk to them. They just locked the door and completely ignored us.
After all, he is a very strict and morally correct person. I guess he can't forgive you guys for having an affair.
What the hell is going on with everyone? All I do is sleep with Levi. They should be glad he's marrying someone as attractive as me. A CEO like you deserves a beautiful woman like me by your side.
Did you just say CEO? What are you talking about?
I think it will be better for him and his company's reputation if I attend all work events with him. Having an ugly cow like you around will negatively affect his company. I don't understand why people treat me like a bad guy. They should respect me.
I don't know how to tell you this, but there seems to be a misunderstanding.
I do not care anymore. I'll go ask Levi to buy us a high-rise apartment to live in. I will look down on all the poor losers in society while drinking some expensive wine every night.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but Levi is just an ordinary employee. He's not the CEO.
You're really funny. It's a joke, isn't it?
Why did I lie to you? The CEO at our company is another person.
That can't be true. He was one of the former CEOs. Didn't he inherit his father's place?
Our company determines our leaders based on skill and contribution to the company. Our bloodline doesn't matter at all. By the way, I'm the manager of one of the departments.
Are you a manager? Someone like you?
Yes, I'm here. Actually, I just remember that Levi was fired a few days ago. You haven't heard from him. He was caught flirting with you during a Zoom meeting. He's also made a lot of easy mistakes lately. I don't think he can stay focused all the time with you around.
You must be kidding me. Was he fired? How did he get caught flirting with me? Wait, you're telling me he's in a meeting while we're doing it in his office?
I won't go into details because I really don't want to know about it. Why don't you just think about it? You guys were continuously sticking together when you were in that house. He also worked full-time during that time. Does it all match now? He slept and flirted with you during most of his work meetings.
Wait, you're telling me the whole company knows about that?
Yeah, pretty much. It was all your fault that he ended up losing his job and home. Your stupid plans are what caused all of this to happen to you. Though he should also accept some errors. After all, it is impossible to deceive someone alone.
My life really fell apart.
Oh, and there's one more thing I forgot to mention. I think he used up all his savings when he paid me for settlement fees and child support. I had a very good edge and some aggressive corporate lawyers were on my side, so the amount was pretty high. His family also planned to remove him from their will so that he would not inherit any of their money or property. I'm pretty sure it's highly unlikely that he'll ever become rich again. You're about to say goodbye to your plans for a lavish life in a high-rise apartment building.
It's good now. I will end everything with him and get back to my ex-husband.
I highly doubt that will ever happen.
Why so?
Well, you cheated on him and then got pregnant with another man's child. I don't think any guy will ever forgive you for doing such a thing. I think the kid who decided to live with your ex hates you too. I don't think there's a place for you to return to in that family.
Damned! Am I really wrong? How did my plan turn out like this? I just couldn't believe it. I thought for sure that I would live a life of luxury where I would never have to work a job again. Where the hell am I going to live now? We don't have money or a house. Now there are too many problems. I do not know what to do.
Well, that's what you have to find out now. I'm going to take a long bath to relax, so I have to go. Goodbye. And never contact me again. I was really surprised with their actions after being kicked out of the house. After that, they tried to crash into Levi's parents' house and then begged Miranda's parents for help, but no one spoke to them. They then went to Levi's grandparents' house in another state. I'm pretty sure they have to spend almost $10,000 on all transportation with hotel fees to get to those places. Considering that both are currently unemployed, I'm sure that has hurt their wallets a lot. After being rejected by all their relatives, they decided to rent a cheap apartment together to live. They wanted to part with each other after all that had happened. However, they couldn't afford a place to live alone, so it was unnecessary for them to live together. In addition, all of their relatives are watching them both because they know that Miranda is currently pregnant. They are all discussing what to do with the child after she is born because they want the child to have an equal chance in life. After all, a child doesn't deserve a terrible life just because of what his parents did in the past.